Hi folks, Mike Schramke with Larry Stove Sand Equipment. I've done a couple of short videos on the new DK10 SE series, but it's been such a whirlwind. The tractors sell well, and finally I've got a couple here in cab versions that I wanted to make a more in-depth video on. The tractors are available in cab, obviously, or open station. These are both 40 horsepower models. They come 40, 45, 50, 55, and 58 horsepower. They're essentially the same tractors with different horsepower. These are both 40 horsepower models. A 3-range hydrostat transmission is standard. And I want to give you, first we'll take a look at the one with the backhoe on it. This is a magnificent platform for a backhoe. It has enough power, has an enormous hydraulic pump, as all Coyotes do, notoriously large hydraulic pumps. So a great platform for the backhoe. The backhoe that's used on these is the KB 2485, which is Coyote's heaviest backhoe. It's the same one they put on the RX series and the NX series. So it's very capable. Reaches down 8.5 feet. The Coyote only uses backhoes that have a subframe. They're not 3-point hitch types. And whether you buy my tractor or anybody's tractor, don't buy a 3-point hitch type. It puts all of the stress on the machine on the 3-point. This gray rail right here is permanently affixed to the backhoe, and it runs, and John's going to show you, it runs all the way to there. It joins the backhoe to the tractor, and it spreads out all the stress, and it's the right way to do it. Most companies do it this way. There's a few that don't. This is the only way to do it, is with a subframe. The DK SE is something that we've needed for a long time. It takes a tractor, the DK10, which everybody liked, notoriously reliable and fairly reasonably priced, but puts stuff on it that it needed from the get-go. A hydrostat transmission, an electric over hydraulic PTO, no more clutch, lever, clutch, simply flick the yellow switch and it goes. The capabilities of the loader on these is excellent. It has a 6-foot bucket, skid steer type is standard, 2,400 pound capacity to full lift. And while John's got this angle, look at the door opening and the glass area of the machine. It's huge. It really makes a nice platform for a cab tractor. The doors are huge, very easy to get in and out of. The tractor has tilt wheel, as I mentioned before, a 3-range transmission. And if John kind of goes in there and just swoops around a little bit, it has front and rear high intensity exterior cab lighting, rear defroster standard, rear wiper standard, air conditioning, heat, stereo. They finally, under John's elbow, and he's going to show you, they finally added a place for the stereo to plug in your iPod or iPhone or whatever, so that you could get music directly off your device. That's something they've needed to do for a while. 4-wheel drive, as all of our tractors are. The backhoe is about the simplest to put on and take off of any I've seen. It is a matter of course this would be rolled up a little bit, but since it's a subframe type, it's not using the 3 points. When you pull the tractor away, the only thing holding it right now is the entire subframe, but that is then retained by 2 simple pins that drop in, the pins with the eye bolts on them right there. So once it's unpinned, you would simply drive the tractor away and the entire subframe and backhoe would stay. Charlie wouldn't dare pee on this thing. Yeah, right. Excellent backhoe design. Taking a look at the one without the backhoe, here's another thing. The joystick is mounted on the fender. It's not up here or some goofy place. You know, it's right where it should be. It's something you're going to use. Your hand's going to be on it 90% of the time you're operating the tractor. Very nice place for it. Here's the PTO engagement. Wiper, high intensity lamps, rear defroster. One thing that I point out, and this is kind of unique, most tractors do not have this. These panels here with the thumb screws, cabin air filters. Anybody that's ever done any bush hogging or whatever knows how nasty it gets with the seeds and the pollen and everything else. The air inside the tractor is filtered just like any modern car would be. Those filters are, you can clean them and then eventually you can replace them, and the interior of the tractor will remain dust free, and so will your lungs. Around the back, as I said, rear hydraulic remotes are standard. Something that every tractor on the planet should have, and nobody does other than a Coyote. You can raise and lower the 3-point arms from behind the tractor. When you're trying to hook up an implement, especially on a cab, you know, you can't hardly reach over to grab the 3-point lift control. You don't have to, it's right there. Drawbar is standard. Saddle mounted fuel tank. Somebody needs to tell all those folks that still put them up on the hood that that's no fun if you're using a fuel can. The loader is a quick disconnect. The entire loader comes off by swinging, and stores by swinging these two kickstands down, pulling these two pins, and backing away. Very, very easy. Now, as far as pricing on these things, I had to take notes, that's why I'm walking around with the clipboard. This one has a list price of close to $37,000 with the loader. What I'll do on these, I'll do $31,900 and give 1.9% financing. 1.9% financing for 84 months. So under 2% to finance this thing. Selling it for $31,900, which is, you know, $5,000 off. Give you an idea on payments, you know, depending on your credit and your comfort level on payments, you know, say you put 10% down, $375 a month. $375 a month at 1.9. Need a backhoe? $39,900. This is a machine that lists for about $46,000 with the backhoe. The backhoe is about $8,000. That includes the backhoe, the subframe, the dirt pads, the bucket. You know, it's about $8,000. So $39,900 for one with a backhoe, $475 a month. So $475 a month, $375 a month. It's an enormous amount of equipment for a very decent payment. I doubt you could buy a decent car for that. And these, you know, as tractors do, last for generations. The warranty on these is a total of 6 years with no limitation on hours and no deductible. For the first 2 years, bumper to bumper. If the headlight burns out or the horn doesn't blow, it's covered, no deductible, no hour limit. Then an additional 4 years on the expensive stuff, catastrophic illness, engine, transmission, four-wheel drive, axles, for a total of 6 years, no deductible, no hour limitation. I can't think of a better tractor in this market, and I obviously I'm biased, but I would challenge people to find something with this much stuff on it, this kind of warranty, 1.9 for 84-month financing, for that kind of deal. A darn nice machine. You need to come out and check out the DK 10 series in an open station or a cab, with or without a backhoe. Again, 40 through 58 horsepower, all hydrostat, and we sell the devil out of these things. Very nice machine. Again, my name's Mike Schramke with Larry Stove Sand Equipment in Springfield, Tennessee and Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Depending on where you are, that's Nashville. And right now it's December 15th, which you wouldn't know because it's 70 degrees. I love the South. So these prices are good until the end. When does the next program end? The end of February of 19. If you're paying cash, I need to throw this in there. If you're paying cash, there's additional discounts in lieu of the 1.9% financing. Just call and we'll fill you in on that. So anyway, thank you for watching my video.